So at this point, you've been taught how to work out the cost of capital for different types of capital. You know how to calculate the cost of capital on debt by taking into account the fact that interest is tax deductible. You are able to calculate the cost of capital on preference shares because the dividend is determinable if you go through the terms of the preference share documentation. And you are able to calculate the cost of equity capital by applying the capital asset pricing model. That means you can pretty much work out the cost of capital for a company because you're able to determine the cost of capital of all the capital sources individually and then weight them accordingly to arrive at what we call the company's overall or weighted average cost of capital. So in the following clips, we're going to give you a methodology for working out a company's unique or individual cost of capital based on its capital structure. Capital structure is really just a fancy way of saying what proportion of the company's funding is coming from equity, what proportion of the company's funding is coming from debt, and based on how much each of these cost, how does this influence the company's cost of capital? Now, the financiers call this process the calculation of a company's weighted average cost of capital. And that is what we are going to do next.